Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
Feel it.
Welcome, Star Wars fans, to another Order 66 Toys video. And today we are doing a Know Your Toys video, another installment of that awesome video type. And we are featuring pilots of the Rebel Alliance. As you can see, I'm all decked out. I got my sick bathrobe on and this awesome helmet. This is pretty great. This is pretty great. So we have quite the assortment of Rebel pilot characters and action figures here. So Josh was like, "Hey, what should be the next one?" I was like, "I don't know." And then we were at this toy show earlier this morning, and I got the X-Wing pilot George Lucas for my collection. I was like, well, why don't we do Rebel pilots?
It's coming, Steve. Trust me.
So yeah, we thought that would be really cool to do. So without further ado, Rebel pilots. There's a lot of them. We don't quite have every figure, of course, but we have, I would say, the majority. We have them across different scales and toy lines.
Thank you, Steve.
I think maybe the first one we should show off, of course, would be
Number 1.
the OG. This is supposed to be X-Wing Luke.
Supposed to be. I don't remember his hair ever being that color.
I don't think that's his hair. I think that's supposed to be the visor, because of the way they're curved. Unless he's just got like a weird haircut.
Just blew my mind, Bobby. I never thought about that.
That's the only, unless that is his hair. I mean, that's the only thing I could think
Monica?
of. I always thought it was like a generic.
We have a couple complete ones too.
X-Wing pilot for the longest time until someone told me, no, that's Luke Skywalker. I was like, is it though?
It is.
Is it though?
It is. It's the only Luke that didn't come with the lightsaber.
I mean,
in the old school.
I mean, that's like, here's this random lizard monkey, but it's Salacious Crumb, and he's off-colored for some reason, Exactly.
What are you talking about?
I'm basically saying you can't really call this Luke Skywalker when it looks nothing like him whatsoever. Anyway.
I don't care what you call him. You can call him Dak for all I care.
It probably looks more like Dak. Hey, Empire, get ready to suck some Dak. Can't hear very well with this thing on, so I'm taking it off right now.
Alright, well, let's start over here. What do we got going on?
Alright, so got this big fig Poe Dameron. Look at that guy.
Poe Dameron.
Look at that. Look at that. That's not Oscar Isaac. That looks nothing like Oscar Isaac.
It's a German man number 3.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah. That looks
it's rough.
That's not him.
It's rough, buddy.
Well, here's the Disney Elite series. Of course,
it's also terrible.
We
looks
talk,
like he got stung by bees.
And in case
his
you're
eyes.
wondering about our real opinions on the Disney Elite figures, please
He's got Forrest Whitaker going on.
Please refer to our Black Series versus the Disney Elites video that we did.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, probably like a few weeks.
Yeah.
We also have the Centerpiece Black Series X-Wing Luke.
So tell us more about the centerpieces, because a lot of people don't know.
Okay, so Centerpiece.
They don't know exactly what it is.
Is
that Centerpiece number 1? No, it's number 2.
This is number 2. So Centerpiece was kind of like a cash grab from Hasbro and a very poorly executed one to release, basically to help collectors do dioramas and things. However, they're all made of titanium, and this isn't even a figure, it's a statue made out of titanium.
So, let's bring it over here for a second.
And it's similar to what they were doing at first with the Kmart exclusives, where they actually came with a figure. For example, we had Starkiller Base Kylo Ren, Starkiller Base Rey, and then Edu Jyn Erso. They should have just stuck with that. That's pretty much the same thing, but you actually get an action figure.
Whenever people look at these, I always say, if you're interested in something like that, go with this.
Go with that.
So what this is this is a Unleashed. This is from 2000.
It's around 2005, 2006.
No, I
it
think
came out around episode 3. This one, those were
2003
coming out. Oh, okay. So
yeah, it's. I knew they were earlier than this because one of my best friends growing up he had all these, and
did he?
That was before Josie was born. So it's basically the same thing. It's real similar, real close. These are a little bit more heavy duty, and they come with pegs.
I think the scenes are cool. It's just the figure. Well, I say figure. the character that comes with them should be an action figure.
I agree, Steve. Steve Spaltor said centerpieces would have been much better if the lightsabers lit up.
That too. And if you're gonna do a statue, yeah, incorporate some kind of lights or sounds into it.
Make it better than just having the regular figures.
Give me value for my dollar instead of just giving me a titanium base with a statue on it that I can't really display or want.
For my money, between Unleashed and these, I would go with the Unleashed.
I'd rather have the Unleashed as well. I think the Unleashed are really cool. They have all kinds of different
and
poses.
These have actually gained value and sold out when they were on the shelves compared to these pieces of trash that are on clearance.
Everywhere.
Walmart was giving them away for like $5 a piece a couple weeks ago.
Number 3 is the Kylo.
Kylo from Jakku, and then the
That
next
one's cool because he's holding the blaster bolt.
And
That's the only one I think makes sense.
The next one is either Starkiller Base
Well,
Rey
the
or Starkiller
exclusive.
Base
That's the
Kylo.
other
It's an exclusive. It's like
well,
a
it's going to be an
2-pack.
SDCC exclusive, but we already have Starkiller Base Kylo and Rey, and those are actually action figures. So why release the same thing again, only worse?
Okay,
What's
so
the
if
point
somebody,
in that?
what's the selling point if somebody is stuck in between Unleashed and Centerpiece and they want to know?
The only selling point for the centerpiece would be if you like to do dioramas, if you want to keep everything in Black Series scale and look, this would be the reason to get this. That's it. That is the only selling point.
Tell me about
possible.
the add-ons, though.
The add-ons, like Josh was saying moments ago, they're supposed to come with pegs and stuff on there for you to add figures. And as you see on the back of the box, this is a Black Series 6-inch Snowtrooper and AT-AT driver.
Lit obviously stand no chance
Against, Luke Skywalker. I don't even know why they're trying. But okay,
that's
cool. I can put 2 action figures on.
You know the video, the Elite versus Black Series video that we did. Maybe later today we'll do like a Centerpiece versus Unleashed, something. Maybe when there's more.
We'll see.
There's not quite enough yet to really do that.
We'll see. Next up, we got
Hopefully
a bunch
they
of other stuff.
just
We've got
stop.
a bunch of 3 3/4 X-Wing or just Rebel pilot characters. This is one of the comic packs where you've got a Sullustan and a human.
Humanoid, sir.
Oh, she's not human?
Don't assume her
Species.
race.
Okay, maybe she's not human. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, this is from a cool comic.
How would you say that name? Durler. Dollar.
Durlernep?
Lur.
Durlernep?
Implore.
I don't know. Maybe some of those letters are silent. Yeah. I don't know.
Comic packs were always really cool.
For those of you who are collecting Rebels and just Rebel characters in general, and like to have a bunch of pilots, this is a really cool comic pack to get.
And if you're not familiar with the comic packs in general,
he's also the only other Sullustan with facial hair. And there's only 3 different Sullustan action figures.
9 num, 10
9 num,
num.
10 num, and this guy.
Yeah.
So, and of course we do have 9 num up here as well somewhere.
We'll get to them.
And then we'll say hi to our friend Mike Quinn. Next we have the Red Leader X-Wing pack. And, it's really funny because he comes with the Red Leader action figure and a cardboard cutout of the Red Leader action figure in the X-Wing.
You'd think they save on plastic and box space and just throw him.
Yeah, just throw him in the X-Wing at that point. Well, why do
Maybe
both?
they weren't planning on including him with a figure.
Maybe, and then at
George
the last
Lucas,
minute, George was like, "No, I want
his
a
heart
figure
grew
in there
3
too."
sizes that day, and he's
Don't
like, "Yeah, go ahead and throw a figure in
throw
there."
the figure in there. I won't make them spend another $7.
Yeah, right, dude. I guarantee you they jacked the price up at least $15 just by having
Probably.
them.
Yeah,
Throw in the figure,
probably.
probably.
And since they're right here, we also have some of the Black Series pilots. We've got Asti.
Travis Stickens said he made a
Poe
custom
Dameron.
Princess Leia Rebel pilot with Florila.
Oh, no, that's very cool. That is very cool.
I could see it.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Thanks, Travis. We also got Jaina Solo and Harrison Doolin.
Now, a lot of people are taking Jaina and customizing her into a Mara.
Oh, yeah, that'd be neat.
Mara Jade.
And then down here,
Hold on. We got Asti.
You already said that.
Yeah, but I didn't capture it.
Wow.
We also have Harrison Dula.
Harrison Dula.
Harrison Doolin. And then down here, as I said
Who
earlier,
is that?
this is George Lucas. So for those of you,
Please notice that the last name is literally Lucas, but backwards.
yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah. How clever, George.
Not.
And his name is also George, but spelled weird. George.
Some intern
Second.
probably came up with that and he was like, ah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool. Wow, you made me a Star Wars character? All right. And then he fired him, and he's like, hey, look, I made myself a Star Wars character.
And this is a Celebration 2 exclusive.
It is a Celebration 2 exclusive.
Heckin' good.
And for those of you who don't know, there are 3 George Lucas 3 3/4 action figures
Wrong.
in Star Wars. What's the other one?
I'm not going to tell you now.
Yeah, because there isn't. There are three that Bobby knows of. And is 90%
he's still
sure
learning.
that there's only 3. But there are 3 3/4 Star Wars action figures of George Lucas. There's the X-Wing pilot George Lucas from the Blue Saga toy line. There
From
is
Celebration 2.
there is the the Stormtrooper George Lucas from the Trilogy toy line.
Saga.
No, I thought it was Trilogy.
It's Saga.
Is it
It's
Saga?
Because you had to get...
Oh,
so
that's
there's
right, because
12
it's in the...
there's
Yeah,
12
Ultimate Galactic.
yeah, you're right, it is Saga.
There was 12 trilogy clamshell pieces that they basically just took those designs and later it turned into the vintage collection because they sold really well. But there was 12 of those and then there was 12 in Saga, and you had to collect all 24 of them
To get Lucas.
to get Lucas.
Um,
Which, how
And then-
much ego?
the third one
If you really
is,
want my figure, you darn collectors, you have
got
to buy
all
and
my
destroy
stuff. Buy my stuff.
24 other figures.
And then, gosh, what else? There is
Stormtrooper
Papanoida.
Papanoida from the Lucas
episode
family
3.
pack.
Now, that's the only George Lucas action figure character that was on screen. The other 2 weren't. But he was on screen as Papanoida in Revenge of the Sith. You can see him in the Opera House when Anakin goes to talk to Sheev. He's in the hallway with one of his daughters who's dressed up as a blue lady, who's his daughter in the movie also. And it also has a couple other family members in the figure pack that they dressed up in alien costumes and stuff.
Bet you don't have that one.
Oh, wait, is that a real thing?
No,
or is that a
it's a
custom?
custom.
Oh, I was about to say.
That's it, so.
I was like, no way.
I love the beer gut. Like that's
I
my
would
favorite
want-
part of it. Is
I would want that figure, though.
They used
If
to
it
be
was
a
real.
Dameron guard.
It would be real.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, so
Okay, here's the one that everybody's been waiting for since he's next. Let's just get it out of the way.
sorry, sir. Doing my best.
I can hold it. Just give me more room to run.
Just give me more room.
No, I'm alright.
You know, before
Rest in peace,
before episode 7 came out, they were joking around that Kevin Smith was going to play Porkins Jr.
That would have been awesome.
No, that would have been terrible.
That would have been great.
I can totally see it though.
It would be funny because Kevin Smith would really ham it up, like, yeah, I'm a fat guy, but now he's not a fat
No,
now
they
he's
just
not a
cut to him
fat
and
guy.
just be an X-Wing guy that just.
guy.
The shields are still up.
You know,
Jack
you know who would
Porkins.
be better as a Porkins Jr.? Nick Frost.
You know who would be?
Nick Frost would do Porkins Jr. way better.
Jack Black.
Jack Black, he would make it really funny, but I think
Kyle Gass could pull it off.
or Kyle Gass.
He could play his father, considering like.
Yeah, just little.
Kyle Gass could be
Like,
could
a
be
flashback.
Porkins Senior, and Jack Black could be Porkins Jr.
Kyle Gass looks like a wizard now.
He doesn't look like a wizard. He's a magical man. Kyle
See how
Gass
we
is a
get
magical
sidetracked?
man. We do.
Yes.
Tenacious D is great.
Tenacious D is
Tenacious
great.
D is
Tanakh.
great. Tanakh.
Pay respect to the D.
Next is Power of the Jedi X-Wing Luke. This one is probably the first modern Luke that
How
actually
many?
looks
How many
really
Lukes?
good.
How many Lukes do we have
I'm not
here?
big on the
A
buck
lot.
teeth personally.
We have a lot.
We have a lot, and we're gonna please notice that every one of these has a different face sculpt.
Oh gosh, this
Bodies
is
are similar, but the
this is
face sculpt definitely changed.
this is X-Wing Luke. My daddy worked on the railroad X-Wing Luke.
Oh, that's not appropriate, Bobby.
That's the alternate timeline where him and
No,
Leia.
no, we're not going down. We're not going down that road.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the 1995 Long Saber.
It's that storyline where Jeff keeps
Do we have
calling
a-
that scene the kiss is the kiss. What's up? I
Are
don't
you
know.
back? Are,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
back.
done screwing around?
Yeah, no.
Do we have a short saber of this
Maybe.
somewhere?
I'll go take a gander. at the
Maybe,
wall.
probably, possibly.
We'll come back to that one and
I'll get back to that one.
compare and contrast.
Next is
We got-
Biggs Darklighter. Wow. If you're unfamiliar with Biggs Darklighter, he is the
Didn't he just stay and make sandwiches for everybody?
He's the X-Wing pilot who's famous for, I can't see him, and then he died.
No, that's... Oh, Biggs, yeah.
Yeah, it's Biggs.
So look at the difference in the lightsabers.
Such a great and memorable character, that.
Little fun fact, okay? The reason that they cut the lightsabers down is because Lucas came back and he was like, oh, guess what? We could literally take an inch off of this lightsaber. Nobody's going to know the difference. And then for every lightsaber that we have to produce, we basically get a free one for every 4. So,
Yeah.
that's the kind of businessman that we're dealing with here.
Hey,
Or that we were
he
dealing
was a
with.
good businessman.
Just a terrible filmmaker.
Just, yeah. Yeah.
Not in the 70s.
Yeah, not in the 70s. He was good in the 70s.
He got lucky in the 70s, let's be real. Episode
Oh,
4
we
was
did
saved in
this.
editing. He had nothing to do with Empire, basically.
Is that a couple
Hey.
of 501st Legion members I see?
Yeah.
Looks like we've got a scout trooper and maybe a stormtrooper. I don't know.
Oh, and there's even more.
Is there even? Oh my goodness. There
Yes,
are.
sir.
We're about to have a 501st party up in here.
Yeah. Up in here.
In here.
Nice.
Why are they all plastic?
Ruh-roh.
Oh.
So
Next
here's,
is the trilogy X-Wing Luke. Isn't it just a repack of Jedi? What, without the buck teeth?
Yeah, it's the same body, just a different head sculpt.
Yeah.
A better head
A
sculpt.
way better head
I
sculpt.
like the.
A less,
I like this one. Comes with the removable helmet
A
though.
less Neff Son looking head sculpt.
Bobby,
What?
stop.
We live in Texas. It's all right.
It's not alright.
There's a-
This is worldwide, man.
There's a lot of those here. Hey, look at those pops. Those are cool. So we've got 9 Look, our friend Mike Quinn.
Hi, Mike Quinn.
Hey, Mike Quinn. And we've got Poe Dameron and his X-Wing.
You're not my friend.
Gosh, look at that.
Wish
It's like-
Isaac was our friend.
That's what you
Get in
would,
touch with Alex Garland.
Alex Garland is my favorite director.
what you would imagine Porkins to be like in his X-Wing. just
Just sticking out the top.
Just-
Really trying to close the
just
top down.
muffin topping over the
saw-
sides of the.
They sit on him like a suitcase to try to get him.
Oh, Heather called you out. She said,
What?
but you said you weren't Texan.
I'm not Texan. I'm said there's a lot of Texans like that here.
Why is he up here? Because I don't know anything about this character.
Finrau is a rebel pilot.
Looks
well,
like a Mandalorian to me.
He is a Mandalorian, but he joined the rebels, so he is technically a rebel pilot. Then so was Han.
Steve said,
But he's actually in a flight suit.
in
Han
our
isn't.
opinion, what is the best A-wing?
What is the best what wing?
What is the best A-wing?
The best A-wing. Well, the molds have more
Basically not changed.
not changed at all, except for the Resistance era A-wing from Episode 8, which is a different A-wing entirely, and the A-wing from Rebels, which I wouldn't say is the best because it has that stupid Nerf cannon on the bottom. If they didn't have that, it would be actually.
As
a
far
lot
as
better.
value goes, I would just go with this one,
Yeah,
guys.
I mean-
it's not going to be.
It's to scale.
It's to scale. There's not going to be enough difference between this one and any of the other ones that
Yeah.
they put out.
The only difference would
To-
be
to be
quality
the-
of plastic and paint, but the mold is the same.
I mean, how many Power of the Force A-wings do we get in? And these things are 20 years old now.
And we sell them pretty often.
Also often, but they.
I would say though
They
this
last
isn't.
forever, man.
I would say the A-wing pilot that comes with it, however, is you could definitely do better at finding a different one. There's
Yeah.
a good one that's released in the 30th anniversary wave. However, I'm currently sold out of it. But I would say this A-wing is just fine. Maybe find a better pilot, unless you don't care and this one's fine for you. Cool.
I would get a more articulated pilot.
I would definitely get a more articulated
Personally.
pilot. Next, we have a B-wing pilot,
A what?
a wing pilot.
Wing.
That guy looks cool.
And he is highly articulated.
Very articulated.
Vintage collection.
Yep.
And notice this is, aside from the giant crease across the head from somebody packing it badly, it says Revenge of the Jedi, so this is one of the chase figures.
One of the chase figures. Next is
He's saying, wee!
we. Next is Biggs Darklighter from 30th anniversary.
So, where's the other bigs?
Other Biggs.
I don't know. I like this one better.
That's a good one.
I always like figures with removable helmets.
Me too. And cloth goods.
So if you had to have a Biggs. This is the one I would go with.
I would go with that one. There's another Biggs Darklighter in the 30th anniversary, but he's wearing like some
It's
regular
his
clothing.
Tatooine.
So, and I think there's another Biggs. I think from the Ecliptus Evader, with the stolen TIE Fighter, I think that's Biggs Darklighter. Also, just an Imperial flight suit. I think.
What do we got here?
Right here we have an Evolutions pack of Rebel pilots from the Legacy Collection. Oh my gosh. So we have, stop falling over. We have an A-Wing pilot, a Rogue Squadron pilot, and a Red Squadron pilot.
So Red Squadron, what's his name?
John Brannon. Shira Bree. And Jake Farrell. And he is an A-Wing pilot.
That's
So
a nice A-Wing
that would be
pilot.
a good A-Wing pilot for your A-Wing. Much better, fully articulated. Actually, all of these figures are fully articulated.
Oh, over there, Heather. Heather said, I can't believe Critic is still sitting how I put him.
Yeah.
She put him like that like a week ago.
Can we get some girls in here? Next, we have the Power of the Force.
And there's the tin
Rebel
that we were
pilots
talking
pack.
about.
Yep, that's Tindom. He also comes in the Power of the Jedi packed Boing.
Boing.
Boing. And then you've got, I can't remember, I think he's a B-Wing pilot.
Yeah, this be one.
And then he's probably just,
It's Wedge.
oh, is that Wedge?
Yeah.
I can't read it from up here. Oh, it is Wedge. Okay. So yeah, Wedge Antilles.
So if you're just looking for stock pilots, you could do whatever you want with, repaint, whatever. That's a fairly cheap option.
Yep.
And you have all the, a couple different outfits that you can go with.
And then right here we've got
Snap. Oh, snap.
Resistance Overweight Pilot, or Resistance Porkins. There you go. Gosh, that head sculpt is terrible. It's just awful. His helmet's just molded on.
It makes me mad how he only got that job because he's best friends with JJ.
Yeah, I wish
Jar
I
Jar
was friends with
Abrams.
him. Next we have the worst Poe Dameron figure ever, also
Yeah,
molded
pass.
on.
Next.
Hey, it's our friend Mike Quinn.
Hi, Mike Quinn.
And then we've got Etsy, and again molded helmet. There was supposed to be
It's
one.
still not a bad figure, though.
There was supposed to be a new release one for The Last Jedi, and it never came. So, who knows?
It's out there somewhere.
Maybe.
The whole group from the 501st of Houston here today.
We know. We saw them coming in. If they want, they're more than welcome to come over and say hi to our friends in the collections group.
Poe
This
Dameron.
is
It's a little bit better.
much improved Poe Dameron figure from the Force Link
Still only
wave,
5 POA, but removable helmet.
and that goes a long way. I want to say they did one in the 3/3/4 Black Series Toyline too.
I don't think so.
I thought they did.
Pretty sure no.
Let's do that.
Google it.
Go Google.
Next is
B-Wing
Resistance Gunner Rose. She
No,
was in
that's
the
Page, bro.
Page, whatever. Page Rose.
Dead, regardless.
She died. But she was one of the gunners in the Resistance bombers.
She was not a gunner. Was she a gunner?
Yeah, she was a gunner.
Oh. Do we have him over there?
We might. He might be under a few figures. Next we have from the Walmart Build-A-Droid C-3PX toy line. We've got Luke
This was
Skywalker.
a badass set, man.
That was a really cool set. And shot up R2-D2. And just so you know, from the Amazon 3-pack we're waiting on still for the Astromech and the Black Series 6-inch figures, this is the R2-D2 figure we are getting in that 3-pack. He's all screwed up. He's shot up by Darth Vader, which honestly I think is one of the biggest Star Wars betrayals of all time. I mean, I'm sure he probably didn't know it was R2-D2, but he shot up R2-D2, man. That was his friend. Not cool. Not cool.
Hey, Josh.
Hold on a second. We got 3 more items right here.
We're going to go through these last 3 figures, and then we've got a couple special guests with us today.
Bam.
Bam! Thanks, Alzar. There's the Black Series 3/3/4.
See, I actually like
Schmammering.
the face on this one better.
I do like the face on that. Well, that one's also a newer figure than that one.
Yeah.
It's also a newer figure.
Those eyebrows, though.
But still, I feel like
fleek.
just like
Vulcan eyebrows.
Luke Skywalker, they just can't quite ever get Oscar Isaac's face right.
Poor Oscar Isaac, man.
or Mark Hamill. They can't get either of them right ever.
They came really close with the
Old man Luke. Yeah, that one's pretty close, but that's the closest they have ever got.
the X-Wing pilot Luke, the 40th thing ain't too bad.
Yeah, he's not too shabby. We sold it.
Just keep in mind, when did they get the facial features?
Very recently, like.
I mean, it's not like they got them in '77 when the toys were first coming out. They didn't have that tech.
Here's another 2-pack with Hobby Clivian and Baron Soon-Tierfell. Now, yes, Baron Soon-Tierfell was an Imperial pilot. However, there is a point in Legends where he becomes a Rebel pilot for a little while, and then I think he goes back to being an Imperial pilot later. But that's like after.
The money better?
That's after Endor. I don't know.
Well,
but he was also.
The Fell Dynasty ends up being a big part of.
It does end up being a big part. He is actually an elite Imperial pilot, just so you guys know. That's why he's got the red stripe. And then last we have the Saga
02
Dutch Vander.
This is gold leader. We're starting for the target shop now.
He was also in Rogue One, which was very cool. I did like that throwback. Thank you.
Travis says, "Poe Dameron, intergalactic mansplainer."
Yeah, I guess so. Right at the end, yeah, he did mansplain.
All right,
so
all
let's say
right.
hi to our friends from 505.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Here from Houston, come to visit the store, heard about it, had to come and check it out.
So, what made you drive all the way up here from Houston? Just heard the legends of
Definitely
the
heard
order.
about them and had to come and see with our own eyes.
All right.
Come and check out
So,
the
who do
designs.
y'all cosplay as?
I'm a Stormtrooper.
Biker Scout.
TIE pilot.
TIE pilot.
I do TIE Pilot and Leia as Bush.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's amazing.
Excited to be here, excited to check it out. And I already got one item that I'm ready to take home with me, so we'll see what else fits in the vehicle.
We have
I'm good at playing Tetris.
We have a trailer out there.
You
y'all
find
can
whatever you
borrow.
want.
Well, thank you.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Glad that you're out here with us.
Thank you.
All right, what else do we got? Let's go
We got
check out
some
some
vehicles
Rebel
over here.
vehicles we got. So of course we have a U-wing, we have an airspeeder, and we also have.
That's a snow speeder, so that's,
Technically, it's called an airspeeder. Actually, it just happened to be on Hoth, and it's coined a snow speeder because they're flying around in snow, but it's not specifically a snow speeder.
okay. So why is that a snow speeder? And this that is almost completely different. It just looks like a mini version called an airspeeder.
Because this is the concept art version of this. This is actually supposed to be the same vehicle. This is McQuarrie's concept art version of the snow speeder, or airspeeder. And this is the concept art pilot that goes with it.
Cody, I'm sure we have a Django laying around that we could find for you.
Who actually
Message
looks
Heather.
like Han Solo. If you look at that face sculpt, looks a lot like Harrison. Really cool. There's some of the original concept art of the thing, as you can see right there.
What is this? Modified Encon airspeeder. Encon T-47 airspeeder prototype, low atmospheric repulsor craft, 5.5 meters. Robo Alliance One pilot.
And this is also featured as an expanded universe vehicle, because obviously it's not a real canon vehicle. The other Ralph McQuarrie expanded universe concept art vehicle that they
It's
released
a
was the
single
Cloud
pod.
Car. Yep, Cloud Car with a Cloud Car pilot. Very cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
Although every time I look at this Cloud Car pilot, let's see. I don't know. Can we get close enough? That dude just looks like he works at In-N-Out.
Probably.
He looks like he
Do
works
you
at
want
In-N-Out.
to just pulls up in your Cloud Car? Do you want to tray with that because you're going to eat in your Cloud Car? Yes. Here, we're going to let's give
Get
you a
him a
milkshake.
milkshake. He's bumming us out.
Here's the Boeing
And this is the one that came with
Ten Num.
Ten Num.
Who is Nine Num's brother.
If I could, I'd drop so much money there. Dang
Cockpit.
budgeting. Great store, guys. Thanks,
And-
man.
This vehicle is so cool.
Boing.
This is one of the most awesome Rebel vehicles ever. And then, of course, we've got the Y-Wing. Come on.
You can do it.
Gosh, I'm afraid I'm going to break it.
You can do it, Bobby. We're pulling for you. He's pulling it from the damn wrong side.
There we go. I got it. First try. So you can fit a regular 3 3/4 action figure and an astromech in here, which is cool. And
Nice.
then this one does have its bomb, which is something that's lost very easily.
Very often.
Or often.
More often.
In fact, the only thing this Y-Wing is actually missing is it is missing one strut, but those are
Hey,
hard to come
where could we find a strike?
possibly part swap.
August 5th, baby.
August 5th,
5th,
baby. So yeah, so these are some of the vehicles that, you know, Rebel pilots would drive. Of course, there's an X-Wing over there, classic Nissans. A-Wing. Got all kinds of stuff. So if you're looking for Rebel pilots, Rebel vehicles, man, we've got you covered. We'll get you squared away.
Right on.
So-
what else do we got going on? What's on the 14th?
Oh man, what's on the 14th?
What's in the box?
Nothing big. It's just our art show. So on the 14th,
It's gonna be nothing big. It's gonna be huge.
it's gonna be really cool. We're gonna
We
have
have
some awesome artists like Matthew
LFL
Warlick.
licensed
Yeah.
artists will be out here.
Yeah, Matthew Warlick will be out here. He's a local artist
He's a
and a
big
great
time,
friend of
big
ours.
time local guy.
Haley Butler will be out here. And just so you know, you guys have been commenting and you guys talk about how I also have t-shirts a lot, right? So we're in the near future, starting in August, I believe, with the anniversary of this store location, we're going to start our official Order 66 t-shirt club. Give you guys a chance to be a part of the team, be a part of the magic. So during our art show, we're going to have a few select original art designs by Haley Butler. We're going to vote on Facebook Live during Art Show Live, and you guys are going to be a part of the decision making for our first official Order 66 T-shirt club T-shirt design.
And we can get more into the details on how you can become a part of that and
Very soon.
all that.
So just stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the art show. If you're in the area, come check it out. It's going to be really cool. We're going to have a lot of cool people out here.
We do a lot to help out our local artists, and
We do.
there's even going to be some not local artists that are coming a long way to be a part of this. So
And it's going to be really cool.
if you're looking for some cool art, now's going to be the time.
And I'm sure some of you have seen in the newsletter, I did have one artist featured. His name is CJ Bennett. He does custom figures. If you didn't see it, he did the custom Mandalorian Venom figure for me. However, unfortunately, due to some family issues, he had to cancel. So he will not be there to do custom figures for all of you guys. But we're still going to have a lot of cool, great artists, just in case you were looking forward to that guy.
We could probably find an emergency.
Replacement, probably. There's a lot of custom figure people out there. Maybe our other friends will not be busy.
I just had a great idea.
What?
I don't know why I haven't thought about it before.
What have you not thought about?
You'll see.
Okay. I will see. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'll see it. Anyway, yeah, we've got our art show coming up. And then on the 21st, we're having our first ever Order 66 Toys car meet and open house, I guess, as I've been
nerd car
told
show.
to call it. Yeah, we're gonna have all kinds of nerdy and pop culture cars out here.
Not just
out,
Star Wars stuff.
Out in the parking lot. It's gonna be really neat. We're also working on partnering with some of our local restaurants and things next door. For example, Freebirds. So we're raising money for charity with this event. What you're going to be able to do is you're going to buy a wristband from us at Order 66 Toys. The proceeds will be going to Liberty Cheer Justice. They are a Special Olympics cheer organization. They're a cheerleading squad that are trying to make cheerleading competitions a part of the Special Olympics across the nation, which I think that's really cool. I'm really happy for those girls. And in fact, there's an event going on for them at Willow Bend Mall here in Texas. It's over on West Plano or East Carrollton, somewhere around there. Or maybe it's part of Frisco.
It's at the corner. It's definitely Plano.
It's around
It's at the
Spring Creek or something like that.
West corner of Park Boulevard and North Dallas Tollway.
Yeah. So there's an event going on, another charity event going on over there for them, but we'll be raising money for them on the 21st here. So stay tuned for more details on that. We'll do some more announcement videos. Of course, there's going to be more details in our newsletter if you're signed up for that, of course.
And if you're not, you can always message your email address and say, hey, can you sign me up?
And we can definitely get you all signed up. No problem, no mess, no fuss. So yeah, I think that's all we've got for today. I'm sure we'll have another video here pretty soon for you guys. So
Live at
stay
5,
tuned.
baby.
We'll see you later. We'll see you another time. May the force be with all of you.
We'll see you guys at 5 o'clock. Love you. Peace.